Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Choma here. Um, Find me on social media at the Finance. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to calculate our stop loss for indices because they're quite different from the foreign currencies, right? So we're going to be doing the US30, the SPX, and also Nasdaq and the SAU, which is gold. So for indices, we normally use we're going to be calculating in points because they normally move in points instead of pips, just like the foreign currencies. So for um, US30, so let's say for this example right here, let's just say we're about to take this trade and we're taking our entry here and we're putting our stop loss below this low. So that means price has actually come down by 625 points. So and we are price is our risk to reward ratio is 2 to 5. So that means our target which price has already moved up 1,568 points. So you can actually do this manually by just subtracting your entry point. Let's say your entry is 32,204. You're going to be minusing it from where you want to set your stop loss, right? So if you use your ruler tool, so when you scroll, when you draw it downwards to where you want to put your stop loss, it's just going to be the subtraction from your entry point to the place you want to put your stop loss, right? Which is this area here. We're having like 639 points. So this is the daily time frame. But let's just do an example using. Let's just say, for instance, we are taking our trades at lower time frame and we want to set our stop loss at 100 points. So once for indices, 100 points move is equivalent to a 1,000 pips move. So for when you're calculating in pips, it's going to be 1,000 pips. That's going to be 10 cents per move. And when you're calculating in points, that is it's going to be a dollar per point. So if you're using 0.01 lot size, that should be giving you a 0.10 per pip. And when you're calculating in points using the same 0.01 lot size, that should be giving you a dollar per point. But this is all dependent on your account balance. I'm just giving an example using a $10,000 account balance. So let's just say you have a $10,000 account, a $10,000 account balance, and your stop loss is somewhere around 100 points. So that means you're willing to lose $100, and you'll be making let's just say you're going to be making 1,000 plus 1,652 or 1,630 thereabout dollars in profit. So, but let me give another instance using percentage. So let's just say, for instance, using your risk to reward, you can using your risk to reward tool, you can find your risk to reward tool at this particular zone here using your long position or your short position. So using the risk to reward tool is quite easier. So go to your calculator. Let me use this. So this is the risk to reward tool. So even though you are not quite you don't know how to manually calculate it, just like what I've explained, using your point or pips move. So okay, let me even write this down here so you guys can actually study it on our own time. So using a $10,000 account balance, okay, let me caps using a $10,000 USD account balance. 100 points in price move and price movement equal to $1, $1 per point, right? Then 100 points in indices is equivalent to 1,000 pips. So calculating in pips, let's say this is 1,000 pips, this should now be 0.1 cents. So either ways, if you times 0. Using your 0.01 lot size, right? So if you're using a 0.01 lot size on a $10,000 account balance, and your stop loss is somewhere around 100 points, that means you're willing to lose $100. Okay, so vice versa, whether you're buying or whether you are selling. So that is that for that. So let's go to the other way to calculating this using our percentage. Okay, so using the risk to reward tool, which is this, um, let's just say we have $100 account balance. Now let me go to my phone. Let's see how to do this with a calculator. Let's just say we have an account balance of $100 and we want to set our stop loss here at this price 31,857 or 871. So that this our risk to reward ratio um, um, 2, that means we are going to be risking 1.25% of the 1.25% of our account balance. So this should be, let's just say, $100. You can manually calculate this with your calculator. Um, Using the risk to reward tool. So let's just say we have an account balance of $100 and we are risking 1.25%. So that would be times that would be times 1.25 divided by 100. So I'm going to be doing some mathematics around here. So this should be equal to 1.25 USD. As simple as that, guys. So if you are using the risk to reward tool in using trying to get your stop loss placement, you can actually use the percentage to know what percentage of that particular account balance you want to risk. So using this risk reward tool also, you can be able to actually do it by percentage and get how much you're going to be losing concerning your account balance. So that's that for that. It's the same goes for Nasdaq. So guys, same goes for Nasdaq. So if you're using if you're placing your trade setup, this is 139.7 points. Let's say you want to take entry here and you want to set your stop loss here. You should calculate this is just this distance from your entry to your stop loss. So you're just going to subtract it. So you're getting a 166 or 159 um, points in stop loss. So you use the same method we used for the US30. Also for your Nasdaq and your XPS. So yeah, this XPS right here. So from wherever you're taking your entry from, so you just use your ruler tool to separate it. So we are having that's 46 points. Just your entry subtracting from where you want to place your stop loss, then use the same method we use in calculating the US30 and also getting how much you're going to be losing. You can also use your risk reward tool in this same Nasdaq or in this same SPS30 yeah, using the percentage method. So depending on how much you have in your account, make sure that you're using you're imputing the exact money on your account so that you won't make mistakes. So you're just going to subtract times it by the percentage, then it's going to give you the exact money you're going to be losing. The same thing goes for your take profit. So you can actually use the risk reward too by using the percentage method to actually get the actual amount you're going to be using. These are volatile assets, and many people are actually doing their accounts by not understanding the way to calculate their stop losses and actually because they may not understand how this price how it's being calculated and how it moves. So let's go to gold, guys. So guys, gold is very volatile. Same thing goes for gold. So guys, when it comes to gold, so guys, for gold, it's almost the same thing. You use your ruler to let me just say, for example, this trade right here, I caught it last 2 weeks ago. I sent it to the group. You can actually join the Telegram channel link in bio, so you can actually join there. I send setups there weekly. So let me just say, use your ruler tool, then you subtract your entry point from where you want to put your stop loss. So if I'm actually on this trade, I'm going to be having, this is 948 points, which is equivalent to 94 pips, right? So, or 98 pips, 98 pips. So if you're using your risk to reward tool and you impute it here on that particular place you want to take that trade. So when you set your stop loss, and this is the number and pips, this number here 1030, then this means this is equivalent to 103 pips for this particular trade. So the risk to reward on this particular trade, let's say this trade went as far as giving us um, over over 8,170 something pips in reward. So this is a very high risk to reward, a very cool risk to reward trade. So let's just say we are risking 103 pips to get 190 pips for this particular trade. So now we go to use. You can use any position size calculator. For me, I'm going to be using my FS book calculator. So let's just say our account balance. This is the pair. When you click on this drop down menu, you're going to see other foreign currency pairs there. Then this place is where you impute your account currency, whatever whatever currency your account balance is. So you're going to set it here. When you click on this drop down menu, you're going to see other other currencies here, other account currency symbol on this particular area. Then for your account size, I'm using an example of $2,000. Then I'm actually want to be risking 0.50% of my particular account balance. You can use your calculator to actually get this. So I want to know what loss size am I going to be using, and what loss size am I going to be using on this particular trade. That's the reason why we're going to be using this FX calculator to actually get this, right? So for this zone, I'm not actually going to be putting. I'm going to go back to the particular chart, and I'm going to be using 1,030. This 1030, that's what I'm going to be imputing on my FX calculator for me to be able to get the loss that I'm going to use, and for me to actually lose my 0.50 percentage of my account balance. 0.50 percentage of my account balance is what I want to risk. So for me to actually get the loss that I'm going to be using, I'm going to impute this exact figure here, 1030. So I go to my calculator, I'm going to impute 1030, right? Then just leave this zone, just leave this particular area the way it is. You're not going to be changing anything on that particular place. Then I actually going to be clicking on calculate. So when I click on calculate, it's telling me that I'm going to be losing $10, and I'm actually going to be using 0.01 lot size. So let me just say, for instance, my stop loss is too tight, and I want to use um 30 pips, right? I want to use 30 pips, which is like 300 points. So when I actually click on this, I'm actually going to be losing $10, but my lot size is going to change. So this is the lot size they're telling me to use, 0.03 lot size. So this is the way to actually calculate for gold. If you're trading gold, but before you trade gold, make sure you actually know what you're doing, because gold is a very volatile pair. So guys, that will be all for this video. Please kindly subscribe to the channel, and I will do my best to continue to give us more clean educational contents. Thank you guys.